Hey guys, it's John here. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and if you do like this video then I will be doing quite a few more like it. It's come off the back of a Twitter post, I suppose is the answer, that I posted last week about first cars, and our first car and your first car. And that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. We're going to take a look at the first cars that you had and just discuss them as well. Before we get going though with the rest of the video, if you are on Twitter, please follow me. It's at John Coupland. All one word. You can see my Twitter page here. It's the place where I post most of my things, and also it's John Coupland on Instagram as well. So here it is. Here is the post that I'm talking about. I posted it on May the 27th, and it reads, "What was your first car and what happened to it? Tell me about it, and I'll go first. Please note me with a 28-inch waist also." Yeah, there I am. Washing the car. There it is then. M278 Omo, also known as Omo 1. It was my Nissan Micra. It's a K11 Nissan Micra in flame red, 16 valve. Nothing special, but we had 162 comments on this one. So let's take a look at some of the comments and see what people were driving. Also here is my K11 that I was upgraded to after that, which is a Nissan Micra Sport. Quite rare that. I've still got that. That is in the garage. Right, so Harry, Hovis the bread van. Still haven't got her running yet. Oh, Harry. Beautiful though, isn't it? I love the mismatched trims. Harry, keep going on that one. This was my first car. Inherited her when I was 12. This is Chris. We restored her and learned to drive. I put 20,000 miles on the clock. Stupidly passed her on in 2001 and regretted it. Oh, yeah, me too, Chris. I would regret that. I love the AA grill badge there. Is me asking if it's still alive somewhere out there. Oh, look at this. Joe has got a Suzuki, or had a Suzuki X90 as his first car. 17,000 miles on the clock. Wow. I sold it due to ridiculously high insurance costs. Yeah, tell me about it. I hope that's still out there. And me saying I'd have one of those as well, definitely would. Here's CJ. Look at this. It's his Rover 1275 Sprite 1994. That is beautiful, isn't it? He's clearly done some sort of mini road run there. Beautiful colour, that. That's lovely. Lovely CJ, that is. Here we go. Here's Alex. He's got his still. It's the definition of Trigger's broom. Yeah, we all know what that means. The day we got it in March 2000. Pub car park on the last day of school. He did the ring in it, look, and doing the last school run last autumn. Permanent fixture. Great. Awesome. What a great thing that is, Alex. Look, he's got it here when he's first picked it up. Now, look, he's picking the kiddies up. That's brilliant, that is, mate. Excellent, that is. 1986 Ford Fiesta, says Phil. Grainy video filmed in 1994. I saw this. There is a video he also posted. He's basically bezzing it about in the snow. Died 2 to 3 years later of rust. Didn't they all, Phil? Didn't they all? Here's me posting about in one of the backgrounds of the images there is my little moped. Yeah, it's a TGB 202 Classic. I got that at 16. Dad bought me that brand new from Launchbridge in Boston. Still got that. Yeah, I have actually still got that. Right, election sausage. This is Rob. Bread van Polo CL in poverty white. Knackered radio, unreliable. Love it. Oh, this isn't his. This is an image for reference. I would like to have seen an actual picture of that, Rob, but we know what it is. Quite a few people are having a bread van Polo, as we see. It's a sad tale. Oh dear. It belonged to Dad. I had a slight prang in it. Oh, rolled it. Oh, Christ. Crikey. Jonathan lived to tell the tale. Wow. Yes. Okay. Glad you're still here. But yeah, that certainly isn't back on the road now. Bless it. Joe's saying, this consistently makes me feel a bit less bad about my own motoring incompetence. Yeah, because there's quite a few people on there when I was reading through them saying, yeah, I crashed it, or yeah, I totaled it, or it's in a ditch, or something like this. We've all been there, haven't we? And it's nothing to worry about as long as we're all here to tell the tale. That's the main thing. Lindsay says, I've got two answers. All right then, Lindsay. As I owned my first car long before I passed my driving test. Okay. Yeah, this is a theme as well that I picked up. People having cars when they were sort of 12 and 15. Nothing like that in my house. I had to wait until I was 17. My very first car was a Volvo 340 as the gearbox went. Oh, okay. Then had a broken Citroen 2CV. And her actual first car was a Mark II VW Golf GTI. Oh, what a first car that is, Lindsay. Matthew, what's he saying? A 1985 Mark II Astra, hearing aid brown with tweed interior. Excellent. Stolen a few times, broken into countless times. Scrapped in the late 90s. Oh, that's it. Poor thing. CJ Fletcher, this is Chris. What's he saying? He had a Fiat Punto in blue. He used to pile mountain bikes in the back of. Awesome. Jan or Jan saying bright yellow Mark 1 Fiesta with golf ball sized dents from the most incredible hailstorm we took it to France. Someone's posting a picture of a Capri there. Had you down as this sort of a fella. What else have we got? Tony is saying his first car was an Opel Kadett. Oh, the 1.6 SR. Look at those wheel trims. I think they're trims. I can't see any alloys. There might be alloys. I don't know. So that was taken 25th of the 12th, 91. Christmas Day? Wow. Was it a Christmas present? I wonder if it was. Its life ended with a rod through the block. Okay. I understand. Motoring Guru UK 74 Mini 1000 sprayed it with red smooth right and crashed it. Oh dear. Sold it to a best mate who resprayed it pink and crashed it again. Okay, he still has the nudge bars and motor liter in his garage. That's quite cool, isn't it? That even though the car is probably dead and gone, that he's still got the nudge bars and bits and pieces. Alex is saying, this was my first car. And me at 17. Crikey, look at Alex there at 17. Grandparents passed it on to me and they bought it as an ex-demonstrator. I can't work out what that is. Is it a Nissan? Is it a Datsun? I'm probably going to get very told off in the comments, but I can't actually work out what that is while I'm doing this. Brown Triumph Dolomite paid 40 quid from it. This is Chris Pollitt. If you know Chris Pollitt, he is a motoring journalist. He bought it at 14 and immediately drove it into a wall. It looks good there. Oh, generic picture. Okay, no, not the actual car. But me saying, but precious memories, and I'm sure it did have. Rory, if you know Rory, he is the Norwich Giant. He made some extremely poor choices and decided to buy this as his first car. Yeah, poor choice, but a bit of fun had along the way, Rory, I'm sure. Here's me saying thank you because a lot of people are getting involved in this. Rob has said generic internet picture. Don't like these generic internet pictures. I want actual pictures, but it's quite a good generic internet picture with this wing crunched in and the door the wrong colour. I had the 1.4 CVH engine and it broke every other week. But you don't see many of these Fords on the road any day nowadays, do you? Right, Chris, what's Chris saying? No pictures, sadly. That's a shame. But a 1983 Mars Red Mark 1 Golf driver. Yes, please. I sold it to a mate who crashed it a year later. Ah, that's a shame. That's annoying. Who else has done some replies on there? They're just having a chat about Mars Red. Okay. Herald 1360. Wow. Bought for £70 in 1987. Spent every penny I earned on it over the next 2 years. Learned spannering, welding, etc. Got it pretty much finished and crashed it into a farm. Oh no, a week before my 17th. That's Bill Batch. And this is his second car. What is that? It's a Hillman, isn't it? 1990 to 93. Spent up a bit on this, paid £75 for it. Frank the Dasher, he's down under. He has had an Holden station wagon. Oh, wow. The car lived 40 years before it went off to the crushers. I loved her. Oh, wow. 40 years, imagine. Chloe, hello Chloe. She had this, and I love this. And look at the number plate, MGB 950V. She got it for free. It's a 1980 MGB GT, and it needed loads of work. And as far as I'm aware, Chloe got it all sorted, everything done, um, and then sold it, which is a shame. But she's on the lookout for that. So if you've got this car, MGB 950V, let Chloe know, because she'll quite happily buy it back from you. Chevy Monte Carlo SS, and still got it by the sounds of things. Wally Miller lived a hard life, taking it everywhere, often being beaten hard. That'd be awesome to see that done back up again, Wally. Robert had an Opel Kadett as well, 1994 it was bought, 500 quid. 500 quid, there you go. Oh, this is a generic picture as well, but great. Greg S, Ford Escort, needed an arm and leg in repairs, sold it after 4 or 5 months for a yellow Nova SR. Yeah, okay, and I clearly had a thing for that as well. Sam, what's Sam got here? A Rover 620 in Nightfire Red. Crashed it into a transit on Halloween. Oh dear. Now it's probably toasters and carpet underlay. The sad reality, Sam, is yes, it probably is. Orange Skoda Rapid here. Look, this is Dave. Dave had one of those. He would love to find another one. Finding another one of them would be a bit of a challenge nowadays, I think. A 1990 Tipo, says Chris. Awful wiper and induction noises helped me get rid of it, but I had a Tipo-based Dedra later, so I must have liked it. Not seen one in years. I've not seen a Tipo for quite a while as well. Pob. Hello, Pob. My first car was a 1970 1300 GT, stripped and scrapped after a hard life. Look at that, they're beautiful. I love these grainy 70s pictures as well. My mum's Fiesta in red. What did Tim do to that? He put a massive body kit, neons, a 4-inch exhaust, SI interior on that. What's happened to that? Oh, still have it tucked away, awaiting welding one day. Awesome. Tim, that'd be great to get that out of the garage and get that sorted. Sarah says, no pics, but it was a light blue Metro. I put an MG interior in myself and an MG steering wheel. Loved that car and gave me freedom. Yeah, 100%. Phil, this is Boring Car Driver Phil. He's quite common on my Twitter. He says I had an E-Reg Mark II Astra. Almost identical to this one. Oh, it's not this one. It was nicked less than a year after I got it. Never to be seen again. Oh my goodness. Phil, I wonder where it went. Did you nick Phil's Astra? Did you have a Merit 1.3 in your possession? You had questions about it. Maybe it was Phil's car. Cholmondeley Warner. I'm not sure that's his real name. Beige Nissan Sunny Estate. Became intimate with a telegraph pole. That's a nice way of putting it. Philip Whitehead, a 1981 Ford. Quite a few people having Fords. Here's David. He is also part of the Micra Club. He's going for the Harlequin Micra there. Last saw it on the road 2020. Go-kart of a car. You are 100% right. Kevin had a Viva HL SL90. It's quite posh, isn't it? That's quite a posh first car, I think. Samuel says the rear suspension went on it. He's got a Honda Civic here, look. Guy who bought it couldn't be bothered to fix it, so he scrapped it. Oh, that's a big shame. It's quite beautiful, and they're getting quite rare on the roads nowadays, those Civics. Lee had a Mark II Ford Fiesta Popular Plus. Many happy miles in the car. C-Reg, beautiful. Love them trims. Doug's cars, he had a Cadillac sedan. I think Doug is in the US, replaced by a 318i, where I taught myself how to drive a stick. Yeah, he's definitely American, isn't he, talking like that? Hi, Doug. Here's another Polo. It's I can't say this. Majestuatization. I've got no idea. There is the Polo there. Lovely. Love them trims as well on that one. Katie, hello Katie, how are you? She had a Fiat Panda Dynamic, bought for 400 quid. Katie's a mechanic, a very good one at that. She's ruined the suspension with crusty second-hand coilovers and put bright blue Zenders on it. Sold it because I wanted something quicker. Yeah, she's got her bath now. I quite like this, and I like the little Panda that's quite sat in the middle of the seats there. That's quite sporty. It's a shame about that. Oh, right. Here's a 1.4 16 valve Sport Corsa B by the looks of things. Killed the engine, sold the shell, and the owner put a 2 litre engine in it. Of course, he did. Excellent. Awesome. Who was that? That was Robin. Dub and away. Bought this MG back in 1986. It was yellow. Okay. Uh, Still got her. Still a few rattles. Have you resprayed it now? Then obviously it's not yellow. There is that the car. It looks like it doesn't look like a generic picture, does it? Um, my first car officially says to Bob Trader was a Datsun 120Y. Okay, which he paid 200 quid for, tidied it up a bit, sold it for 500 quid, added £400 to his savings, and bought a first car, which is a Spitfire. There it is, in Inca yellow by the looks of things, which obviously delighted the mother not. Here's someone with a Fiat Cinquecento, or Chinkachenko, or however you say it. It's Peter. Great car, taught me not to push at rust bubbles. Yes, if you see a rust bubble, leave it alone. Ignore it, it's not there. He's put some Punto GT wheels on it though, and rolled it on a country lane. That is a big shame. If you're liking the video so far, by the way, please like and subscribe. It does help. It does help the channel. And if you are not enjoying the video and you don't like this format, then we may or may not do another one. Who knows? But if you are, let me know in the comments. Owen says, "This is my first car and only car." Oh, okay. Fiat Grande Punto by looks of things. 1.25 speed, quite slow. 136,000 miles on it. As long as you can get in it and turn the key and drive, that's the main thing, Owen. Matthew says a blue 1981 Opel, a wheezy asthmatic heap with all the handling finesse of a drunk penguin. Mate smashed it up. Okay. Are you still friends after that? Jay says a Mark 1 Escort van with Pinto running gear. Load of other mods. Sold it when the fuel prices rose. As it was only doing 10 miles per gallon. Oh, if only you'd known, Jay. If only you'd known. My beloved Mark III Ford Escort. Oh, there he is. Look, there's Ben. Ben, you're looking really young and fresh there. A-Reg, look at the shine on that bonnet. It's like glass. I just discovered it was written off a year later in 1996 after I'd sold it. Oh, no. If only you'd known. Here's another bread van. This is Vimius 82 Mark II bread van. Simon says he had a Talbot Solara 1.6 GLS. Crikey. £1,000. £1,000. What year did you buy that? Stacked it less than a year later and got a Renault 9. Here's me saying fun Coupland fact. Mum and Dad met while selling Talbot cars in 1985. Yes, they did. At Aldridge Motors in Boston. Sophie, hello Sophie. A Micro was also my first car. An S-Reg in green. Was it the Twister green? Sold it for 200 quid, more than I paid for it. That is a Billy bonus, that is. A W-Reg Punto. Mark says, I bought it so long ago before cameras were invented. He's got a Morris Minor 1000. The thing I missed the most is the number plate. Oh my goodness, 4493 UK is the number plate. Yeah, I'd be missing that as well. Dan, he had an Escort. Who taught him how to drive? Taught me a lot about cars, taught me how to drive on fields. I should have kept it. Yeah, if only we'd known. All these people with the old Escorts, if only we had known. Tom, now, this is after my own heart. It's a K10 Micro. Look at that. Not this actual one, but one of these. I can still recall the number plate. Jake says, this is my Megane Classic at Retro Rides last year, needing a new rear axle. Oh, no. If you've got a rear axle for a Megane, contact Jake. He needs one. Ian, there he is with his Austin Ambassador, although it was long gone by the time I was old enough to drive legally. Look at that hair! Look at those curtains, Ian. Great, I love that. Mikey H, Peugeot 309, ended up being scrapped, like most of them. Tony had a 1990 Geostorm. Note the snazzy American racing wheels. Yeah, I don't think we got those here. 2003 and 1991, when it was his grandma's. Oh, how awesome is that? Where is it, Tony? What happened to it? Chris Barry had an Austin Metro. Alan says similar to yours but better. Oh yeah. This is Alan. He has a fan. He's a fan of Yaris's. He's got all the Yaris's. A B-Reg Hyundai Pony. Nice. Excellent. What a fantastic car. Find me one now. Tim had a 2008 Ford KA. Not on the motor road anymore due to rust. Yeah, most of them are dying due to rust now, Tim. Jonathan had an E30 325E. That is a nice first car, isn't it? Andy had his mum's Renault 4. Curtis is getting excited because we're also micro buddies. Again, Harlequin style door here and parked in the Poundland and Iceland car park. Owned it for a year and did 10,000 miles in it for 280 quid. Do you know what? What cheap motoring. That's what it's all about when you start, isn't it? 2007 Fiat Punto Sport, says Dan. Crashed her driving to work in a snowstorm. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Shane, first car was a Fiat 127 Sport in orange. It was pushed into our scrap pile at the back. Okay. Sheriff Woody, not his real name, I don't think. Hopes this counts. It's still with me. Yeah, goddamn does, Sheriff. Done 122,500 as of yesterday. Terrible MOT history. It's now mine and I cherish it. Awesome. Well done. Beautiful. Not a big fan of these BMW Minis, but somebody is, and some people are. George has told me about his first two cars, a yellow 1.2 Fiesta and an Audi A4 convertible. Never drove it, stolen in broad daylight outside my flat by a flatbed truck. Oh my God. Had you parked it wrong and it was towed away by the Rozzers, or did somebody actually steal it? That's interesting. Chris, this was my first car. I want to know how little I knew about cars back then. The only reason I got it was because the rear lights were round. Yeah, that's some sort of Fiat as well, isn't it? Is that a Stilo? Might be wrong, might be barking up the wrong tree there. But yeah, Fiat. Ben says Peugeot 106. It was the Look Special Edition. Nice. XL, this is at Hyundai Pony, had a K11. Nothing happened to it. Still driving it. Excellent. Brilliant. Daihatsu has this. Look at this. This is the special edition Fiat. And what is the special edition? Let's just click onto it. It's the Ciento. Is it a sporting version, the Nürburgring version? I'm not sure. I can't remember, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Taz had a Marine he paid £50 for. Here's Nock with his 1979 Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud. He's just bought another two, I think. He's got a green one of these, and he's just bought a GTV, I think it is. He's just bought one. Excellent. And Harlan is in the micro gang. Look at that. Yes, an N-Reg 1995's finest. Look at the monster sticker on the back window. Excellent. Nathan said I had a 1993 Citroen AX 5-door with a dented back door that I was meant to replace but never did. Sold it to a colleague and then she scrapped it. That's sad. There's a lot of sad stories about this, about people scrapping them. Mark had an MG Midget. Martin Lester is commenting on Dad's 406 in the in one of the pictures. Yeah, my dad's 406 he's had from new. It's still going. 1977 Viva GLS, says Ian. I assume it's quietly rusted away by now. I think you're probably right, Ian, to be honest with you. Jonathan had a blue 04 Fiesta Z-Tech. Money paid, traded it in with a blown head gasket. Oh, okay. Hope it was scrapped immediately. Is that a common fault on the 04 Fiestas, a blown head gasket? I've never really heard of that. Pedro says I bought a Mini Metro from an Arthur Daly type with a sheepskin coat and a cigar habit. Oh, crikey. Turned out it was two separate Mini Metros welded together. Wow, cut and shut. I wonder how much Pedro paid for that and what happened to it. Grey Dog, early 80s, began life as a leaf-sprung 2.25 litre petrol. 4 years later, coil-sprung 8-cylinder. Nice. You're not going anywhere fast in that. Ben had a solar yellow Mini City. 1000cc. Ragged it, crashed it, broke it, sold it. Okay, fine. Oh no, it's Steve. Uh, Steve looks like a ghost here. I don't know if Steve's meant to look like a ghost. It looks like someone's put a bikini on the Snapchat icon. He had a Datsun 100A estate in Baby Boo. I like that. That's okay. Hang on a minute. What's Steve saying here? I pranked the front end and was driving it to the scrapyard when a van from a charity rolled backwards. I claimed on their insurance. Oh, Steve, that's not cool. I don't condone that. That's not cool, Steve. Mr. Jalco has called Steve out on that as well. Come on now, ripping off a charity. Yeah, I don't condone that. I'm sure it was a long time ago, 1986, but yeah, Steve, let's not do that. Love scrolling through the replies. Mine was a Mini Metro City X, which I passed my test in. Awesome. I ran into the back of a Citroen Xantia and it killed it. Okay. Nearly there. Dan says I had a 1984 Audi Coupe GT. Say what? As a first car, bought for 50 quid from a supermarket car park. And I swapped the engine. Literally swapped everything on the car bar the headlining. Oh, that's probably why it was 50 quid. Gareth had a Clio. Is that a Mark II? Oh, it didn't end well. No, he's got the front end smushed. T-Reg. Is that 98, 99? Poor old thing met its demise there. Collectomaniac, overexposed Rosie. All right. Bought for £470 and sold for £250 in the late 80s, early 90s. Not a straight line on her anywhere. That's how they were meant to be, though, right? Citroen C15. It was ugly, rusty, and the ventilation was hell. It's been scrapped. These are awesome. Look at that. Imagine having that. A Citroen C15 van as a first car. Excellent. Stuart has done a montage, which he gets bonus points for doing. It's a Visa 10E. 3 clutches, 2 crashes, and 1 parking ticket. That's good going, in my opinion. He got bonus points for the montage. Baron Wilf, the Austin 1100, 0 to 60 in an hour. My stepfather wrote it off. Drink driving. Okay, again, things we do not condone on the channel is drink driving. At least he's probably, hopefully he was still here to tell the tale. I'm not sure. Danielle Haroon has got had a Suzuki Swift 1.3. That's quite a modern Suzuki. What, 2006 by looks of things, Danielle? Sold after 2 head gasket failures. Simon had a 1984 Polo bread van. Random essays. Again, commenting on Dad's 406. Your dad still has the 406. Impressive. Yes, he had a Metro 1.3 GS. Traded in for a brand new Polo. Mike had a Vauxhall Cavalier. Andrew Law had a Honda Z. Wow, a Honda Z. Yes, please. Char says, mine was also an M-Reg Micra. Turquoise and called Manfred. Loved that car. I wonder what happened to it, Char. Where is it now? Chris had a yellow 1981 Fiesta, 1.1 litre. Bought an interior from a crashed XR2, pepper pot wheels, sunroof and ring spotlights. Looked like a Halford's demo vehicle. Part exchanged it for a Mark II Cavalier and found out years later that the Fiesta had belonged to a school friend's mum. Small world. Gary had a 70 Datsun pickup. Pickups are the best things in the world, and I think as a brand new car to you, as a first driver, a pickup is always the way forward. Yes, please. JM, RIP to his little Fiesta. I think it's a Fiesta. It could be a Mazda or a Kia. This generation of Mike was indestructible. Blooming well was Mike, you're right. Maximilian, Hyundai Elantra, 96. Brand new belt instantly installed by a garage. Oh my goodness, and it's smashed. Oh, what a way to go. Bugger, and that's what I've written. Volvo 940 still has it. This is Mark Van Loo. Wow, look at them alloys on there. Beautiful. Roger had an MG Magnet. Beautiful. Saw one of these at a show at the weekend. John had a minivan. Again, UK look. 5422 UK. I would change the number plate if I got it now. I bet you would. Vegard had a Toyota Starlet in 1997. Bought a 2002 Volkswagen Golf with it, with the money after he'd sold it. Yeah, I would have preferred the Starlet, I suppose. Richard bought his first car. It was a 1968 Mini 1000 Super Deluxe. Needed lots of repairs. MOTs were a nightmare, and then it rusted away. Poor little thing. NB Isabel had a Metro hand me down. It was nicked in Cardiff City. Didn't miss it. Zura Steve had an Austin A30 4-door in green. Andrew had a Clio RN 1995. Steve with his Vauxhall Chevette. Call him Bertie. Bertie Chevette. I like it. Nick had another Fiesta. It's a 1.1 gear, that. Look at them yellow stripes down the side. Oh dear. Loved this car. Sold it to a girl from uni so I could buy a Peugeot 205 Roland Garros. The Fiesta got scrapped afterwards. Ah, that's a shame. Adam had a 1963 Moggy 1000 convertible. Wow. Went back to the dealer as it was unroadworthy. Back in 1963. 95 quid. Peter had a Ford Capri. Traded it for a Triumph GT6. Great trade. I had an Alpha 33. Binned it after I destroyed the gearbox. Oh yes, look at this that Kit 3N had. It was a Peugeot 106 Quicksilver. I remember when these came out; they were all over the place. Liked these. Who's that sat in the passenger seat? Who is that? Living the dream in the Quicksilver. Datsun 1974. Wow, look at that, beautiful. My first car, says Alexander, was a Y-Reg Fiat Punto. Bought it from my driving instructor for 500 quid in 2008. So an 8-year-old car for 500 quid. I wonder what the mileage was on it when he bought it. Johnny had a little Fiat Punto, got smashed into. Oh, probably turned into someone's cat cage by now. So if you're having a problem with your cat cage and it's breaking down, then you've probably got Johnny's old Fiat. Mr. Jalko had a Mini Traveller. Nice. Bought for 50 quid and the floor fell out of it. Yep. They will do that. Ollie C. 1992 Clio. Bought it in France. Had to get rid of it and purchased a bread van. Another bread van. Everyone's getting bread vans. What is it with the bread vans? Jimmy, part finished Cobra kit car. As a first car, Jimmy. Finished it, drove it, crashed it, rebuilt it, still have it. What an awesome first car. Professor Baird, my first car was a gift from my boss, a Passat Estate. My second car was a Smart 4.2. Yes, excellent. It looks like he's binned all his cars and he's telling him no more cars for him. An Austrian Maestro, who had that? Mark, stolen and wrecked. A lot of cars getting nicked. Craig had a 1.3 Escort. Nick had a 1980 Mini. Bought it for 450 quid. Head gasket failed 2 months and scrapped it. Dan had a 1998 Micra in turquoise. There's Dan. He is at Daniel Hyde if you want to tell him how much you like the Micra. Nick Orlando still has his first car. It's an Alfa Romeo, isn't it? Giala TI with a sports pack. Bambino. Yeah, I like it. Beautiful. Well done, Nick. Rut is saying what a great thread. He had a 1969 Dodge Coronet. Sold it in the late 80s, and then a friend had it stolen a few weeks later. Was that by you, Rut? Did you go and get it back? Danny Benton, he's always on the Twitter with me. He had a 1981 Fiat Panda. Is that the 4x4 model? WWF Special Edition. Nice. Right. Carlos had a 1984 Opel Corsa, also known as a Vauxhall Nova. Yeah. We had it as the Nova over here, didn't we? Previously my sister's. This is the farewell picture. Ah, bye Opel Corsa, bye Nova. Mini 1100 for Fergus. Put it backwards through a Ford Cortina. Okay, cool. That's a cool story. John Kay had a Mark 1 Golf GTI campaign. I like the campaign edition of these. Nick Farrant still owns it, and it is a Mark II Rover 25. Yeah, it's facelift, so it's post 2004. Wow, what a piece of kit that is, Nick. The only thing I don't like is the X-Power Sunstrip. Won't lie, but I've probably got some X-Power oil still in the garage from when Dad was at Rover. Guy Roberts had a Triumph Dolomite. This is people telling me how Lando Norris is talking about his car, and then I'm underneath it. Nigel Smith had a Golf Mark 1 in orange. Jason had a P-Reg Micra, another one for the Micra Club. William Belanga, a 66 Mustang, rebuilding it, hence its current state. Wow. Look forward to seeing that when it's rebuilt. Birmingham 81 was a Peugeot 304 convertible. That's a stunning bit of kit, isn't it? That's a stunning bit of kit. What a great first car. That's a Hyundai Trajet, which Philip's got. No actual pictures because I hated it. You could get everyone in there, though. You could get the dog in there, the kids in there, everyone in there. Jamie had a Mark 1 Fiesta. Stephen had a 67 Vauxhall Viva. That's not the actual Viva, is it? Unless he got his wife and children to pose in the middle of a wood somewhere after a picnic. That's a publicity shot, I think. Welsh Mopar had a Singer Chamois, the Imp. Tried to get a fresh MOT on it by the time I passed, but failed. Sold it to a chap who parked it on a farm he worked on and left it to rot. It's probably still there now. Let's find out. Let's go find it. Simon had a Renault 5 GT Turbo. Very nice. Span it, hit a lamppost and a post box and written it off. Damn. David had a Datsun Sunny. There it is. Look at David there. Look at all these beautiful people from sort of the 70s and 80s and the 90s in their car. Drove it to Brussels, broke down on the leg, return 5 miles from home and scrapped it. Well, at least you've still got your curtains there, David, so I'm a fan of that. 1986 Ferrari Testarossa, says Peter. Not sure about that. Yeah, actually it was a 74 Super Beetle. Okay. Terry had one of these. What is that? This was so much fun to drive. What is that? No idea. If you know what that is, comment below, please. Kelly had a Fiat Ciento. Hit a pole trying to park the car in a shopping centre. 1978 Mini, drooping driver's side, £170. Loved that car. And you've got another one next to you as well, look. Mike had a Mark II Astra, and Kevin's asking me what a 28-inch waist is. I've got no idea. No idea. That's 2 then. Charles had a Mark II Escort. Paid 995 quid for it, gave it the full RS replica look and sold it to a mate for 500 quid. That's not how it works, Charles. That's not the way to do it. And last one, James Granger says he had a Mark 1 Escort 1300E. Before cameras were invented, mated the Escort with the rear end of a gas van, RIP, due to car, not driver. There it is then. That's it. That's the thread of what was your first car. You can still get on that thread if you want to. It's at John Coupland, all one word, on Twitter. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It is a long one, and I'm sure plenty of you will be just flicking through periodically to find the different cars and bits and pieces. But if you've enjoyed this format, I'm planning on doing more like this. Let me know in the comments. Has it worked for you? What can be improved? What can be changed? We'll go from there. Until next time then, until we meet again, stay safe, keep smiling, and like and subscribe, and keep motoring. Ta-ra!